Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have some very interesting and important updates about the Philippine Army Modernization Program. Reports have surfaced that the Philippine government has decided not to proceed with the purchase of an additional 155mm self-propelled howitzers from Israel, and is now evaluating two new artillery systems that could replace the Czech-made and French-made models currently in service and under study. This decision is not just about military hardware. It also reflects our country's evolving foreign policy and defense partnerships, especially amid the rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea. But first, let's take a moment to understand why a self-propelled howitzer, or SPH, is so important to a modern army like ours. The 155mm self-propelled howitzer is a long-range artillery system mounted on a mobile, armored platform. Unlike traditional towed artillery, these systems can move quickly, fire from a position, and relocate to avoid counterattacks, a tactic known as shoot and scoot. In modern warfare, especially in territorial defense and rapid response, mobility and firepower are everything. SPHs allow the Army to deliver devastating fire support over long distances, supporting infantry, defending coastal areas, and even deterring larger, better-equipped adversaries. In recent years, the Israeli-made Atmos 155mm self-propelled howitzer has been the leading artillery system for the Philippine Army. The Army currently operates 12 Atmos units, which were acquired under Horizon 2 of the AFP Modernization Program. Originally, there were plans to procure additional units to expand the Army's artillery firepower. However, recent reports indicate that the government has decided not to move forward with purchasing more units from Israel. According to defense insiders, the decision was influenced not only by financial and technical considerations, but also by foreign policy factors, particularly Israel's neutral stance on the West Philippine Sea issue. Under the new direction of the national leadership, arms procurement is now being aligned with national interest and foreign policy principles. This means that partnerships will be prioritized with nations that not only sell equipment, but also support the Philippines' position on international law, including the 2016 arbitral ruling that upholds our rights in the West Philippine Sea. Because of this, the Department of National Defense is now evaluating two new contenders to replace or complement the previous howitzer acquisition program: the DITA 155mm SPH from the Czech Republic, and the Caesar 155mm SPH from France. Let's start with the DITA 155mm self-propelled howitzer, developed by Excalibur Army of the Czech Republic. The DITA is a next-generation system built on the Tatra 8x8 chassis, known worldwide for its durability and off-road performance. One of the DITA's biggest strengths is its fully automated turret. It only needs a crew of 2 or 3, thanks to its automatic ammunition handling and loading system. This means faster reaction time, reduced manpower, and better crew protection. In terms of firepower, the DITA can fire up to 39 kilometers with standard NATO ammunition, and even farther using extended-range shells. It's equipped with a digital fire control system, modern sensors, and automated targeting interfaces that ensure fast, accurate, and sustained fire missions. Another strong advantage: cost efficiency. The DITA offers a balance of modern technology and affordability, making it attractive for developing armies that want NATO-compatible systems without the high price tag of Western European models. If the DITA is chosen, it could also open doors for industrial cooperation. Since the Czech defense industry is known for its flexible co-production and technology transfer programs, which align with the Philippines' self-reliant defense posture (SRDP) goals. Meanwhile, the Caesar 155mm self-propelled howitzer from France's Nexter Systems is a proven and battle-tested platform. The Caesar has seen extensive combat service from Iraq and Afghanistan to Mali and Ukraine, where it has earned high praise for its mobility, precision, and reliability. Mounted on a 6x6 or 8x8 truck platform, The Caesar can travel fast over rough terrain, quickly deploy, fire 6 rounds per minute, and relocate in less than a minute. This rapid mobility is perfect for shoot and scoot tactics, essential for survival in a high-threat battlefield. Its range is about 42 kilometers using standard ammunition, and it features a semi-automatic loading system, a digital fire control computer, and a GPS-based navigation and targeting suite. What's also notable is that the Caesar is already being used by several of our regional allies, including Indonesia and Thailand, and by multiple European NATO members, which enhances interoperability during joint operations. If selected, the Caesar would not only give the Philippine Army a proven system, but also strengthen defense ties with France, a country that has been vocal in supporting freedom of navigation and the rule of law in the South China Sea. This is where the story becomes more than just about firepower. The Philippines' choice between the Dita and the Caesar represents a strategic shift, aligning with nations that share our democratic values, respect international law, and are willing to engage in mutual defense cooperation. Choosing the Dita could strengthen ties with Central and Eastern Europe, opening the door to industrial cooperation and technology transfer. Choosing the Caesar, on the other hand, could deepen Philippine-French defense cooperation, supporting a partner nation that actively defends maritime freedom in our region. Either way, the decision sends a clear signal. The Philippines is pursuing defense modernization that goes hand in hand with sovereignty, diplomacy, and national interest. To wrap up, the Philippine Army's move to reconsider its artillery acquisition is a bold and strategic step, one that reflects both technological ambition and foreign policy maturity. Whether it's the Czech Dita or the French Caesar, one thing is clear: the Philippines is choosing partners that respect our sovereignty and stand with us in upholding the rule of law in the West Philippine Sea. What do you think, guys? Which system should the Philippine Army go for? The automated and efficient Dita or the battle-proven Caesar? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Philippine defense and modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.